You'll lose it if you talk about it. We spend so much of our lives broadcasting our intentions. But the truth is, the more you try to be everything to everyone, the more you become nothing to yourself. You stretch yourself thin across the expectations of your family, your friends, and a society that doesn't actually know who you are. And in that stretching, you snap. There will always be someone who can't see your worth. Always. The world is full of people viewing you through the cracked lens of their own insecurities. But the ultimate tragedy, when the person who can't see your worth is you. Don't let it be you. We cling to the past because it's familiar, even if it was painful. It's a pain we know how to navigate. But the more you spend clinging to a past that no longer exists, the less likely your future will ever be any brighter. Why let go of yesterday? Because yesterday has already let go of you. A man who fears rejection is a man who has already rejected himself. We mold our personalities, we bite our tongues, and we hide our true ambitions just to fit into rooms we don't even like. The moment you stop seeking validation from others is the exact moment you find true confidence. It's the realization that true success doesn't depend on a crowd cheering your name. It stems from seizing opportunities, proving to yourself what you're capable of, and accomplishing your goals in the quiet, unglamorous moments of your life. When you build in silence, no one knows where to attack. Life is like an elevator. On your way up, as you elevate your mindset, your discipline, and your boundaries, the space gets smaller. Sometimes you have to stop and let some people off. We hold on to toxic relationships and draining environments because we think we can fix them. But a toxic environment is far more likely to change you than you are to change it. People will disappoint you. That is a fundamental truth of human nature. So never put all your trust in anyone to the point where their failure becomes your destruction. Don't lose yourself by tolerating too much from the people you want to keep. You are allowed to change the price of access to you. If someone views you with contempt, if they talk down to you, if they only show up when it's convenient for them, remove them. Stop being so available to people who are only there for you when they need something. You are not rejected. You are redirected to something better. When you finally stop trying to please everyone, the fog clears. You begin to understand who truly values you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. Never confuse the people who are always around you with the people who are always there for you. Going back to someone who drained you is like having a shower and putting dirty underwear back on. It makes no sense. Choose your circle wisely. If you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Do not compete. Avoid people who use their pain as an excuse to hurt you. And above all, keep your distance from people who will never admit they are wrong. And always try to make you feel like everything is your fault. Comfort is the worst addiction, and it is a shockingly cheap ticket to depression. We hide from our problems. We numb the pain. But numbing the pain for a while only makes it worse when you finally have to feel it. Hiding from your problems won't make them disappear. Facing them is the only way to grow. You can't learn to drive in a parked car. You can sit there analyzing the steering wheel, reading the manual, and dreaming about the destination. But to make progress, you need to put it in gear, get behind the wheel, and start moving. Even if the road ahead is uncertain, even if it's dark. When you're driving through the darkness, you can only see as far as the headlights shine, but you can make the whole trip that way. If you don't separate yourself from your distractions will separate you from your goals, and ultimately, from the life you want. We kill time, not realizing that the time we kill does not die without avenging itself. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel is a second spent wasting your own reality. If you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. You are never ready for what you have to do. You just do it. That action is what makes you ready. Waiting for change while not doing anything for it is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. It is a delusion. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. Good things do not come to those who wait. Luck comes to those who work hard. The quickest way to improve your life is to stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are fickle. Discipline is choosing between what you want right now and what you want most. What you want requires consistency. The easiest way to destroy your self-confidence is to constantly break the promises you make to yourself. You must discipline yourself carefully. Keep those promises. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. The greatest danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and hitting our mark. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results. There can be no progress, no achievement, without sacrifice. You cannot have everything. You always exchange something for something. What are you willing to give up? You will have to make very practical decisions about what you want from life. And if you don't make them, life will make them for you. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Whatever you do between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. pays the bills. But what you do between 5 p.m. and midnight, that builds your legacy. Your wound is not your fault. The trauma, the betrayal, the setbacks, they might have been handed to you completely unfairly, but your healing is your responsibility. If you never heal from what hurt you, you will bleed on people who didn't cut you. Accepting your flaws is not about resignation. It's about finding the courage to improve. Be hard on yourself, but understanding of others. Pain only leaves you when it teaches you something. Sometimes painful things can teach us lessons that we didn't think we needed to know. The wrong people always teach you the right life lessons. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterward. Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. If it can be fixed, why are you complaining? If it can't be fixed, why are you complaining? When we take responsibility, we get out of the victim mode and move on. The energy we spend complaining can be redirected to act for change. If you only blame your problems on someone else, do not expect your life to get better. You are the only person you can control. Fix your body before you fix anything else. You only get one body. Take care of it. You'll have it all your life. And while it is incredibly resilient, how you treat your body before you are 45 is how your body will treat you after you are 45. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Overthinking ruins you. It twists things around, makes you worry about futile questions, and makes everything much worse than it actually is. Worrying about something isn't going to change the outcome. It's only going to waste energy that could be used to build. The most valuable things in life compound over a long period of time. You don't notice your progress because you're always raising the bar. But look back. You are stronger and more resourceful than you give yourself credit for. You learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. Be smart enough to ask for advice, but be wise enough to know who to seek it from. Never take advice from someone who isn't where you want to be. And remember, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the absolute truth. There's no shame in saying, I don't know. Nobody has all the answers. Pretending to be perfect doesn't make you perfect. Say no to your desire to be perfect. Otherwise, you won't be able to improve further. You can start your life over anytime you want. You can start being the person you actually want to be today. Right now, don't spend your life dreaming about what you could have been in another place or under different circumstances. Invest your energy in what is right in front of you. The moment you realize that your past mistakes are not chains, but lessons, you can begin to craft a future that isn't dictated by your regrets. You'll ruin your life trying to make everyone happy. The short-term pain of accepting the truth is infinitely better than the long-term pain of believing an illusion. It never gets easy, but it gets easier. You have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. Failure is just the way life teaches us its rules, in particular, the ones we don't want to learn. Double your failure rate if you want to increase your success rate. We have 2 lives, and the second one begins when we realize we only have one. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than the ones you did. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. The goal in life isn't to be perfect. It's just to be better than you were before.